So we're 3-1 for the day. We had a very lucky round. Looks like he's playing a similar deck to one I was playing earlier with the life gaining. So I did pretty well against this earlier, but I also had a pretty lucky game against it. I had some bad draws, games 1 and 2, so hopefully we won't get some bad draws here. Okay, we'll stick with this. It's okay. We got 2 Chlorophyllias. We can cycle our Arborean Rootfather, so we're okay. We're okay with this. We'll keep this. It's got some interesting deck sleeves there. I think those are the Kickstarter. I forget what tier it is, but those are Kickstarter deck sleeves. So he mulled a 5, so already looking decent for us. Especially because his deck runs very slowly if he's playing the same deck that we played earlier, where it runs a lot of life gaining. Okay, we got the turn 2 Chlorophylia. If we draw a Ruby, we have a turn 3 Falconeer, so that's pretty good. It's always nice to see. He didn't have his turn 1, whatever you call it, guy. Yep. I don't think this deck actually runs Disruption either. I think it just runs a lot of life gaining. And it runs those Knights, and it just seems like... I don't know. That's pretty amazing. Alright, well we're going to have turn 3 Falconeer, and then actually we'll be able to buff it right away too, which is pretty sweet. I have to hold my breath like every time I draw 7 cards at the beginning of a game these days. Seems like, although, like I said, this match looks pretty good for me. He does have a lot of removal in the deck, so chances are pretty good he should have the removal for the Falconeer. He's going to go ahead and use Gazog right now. Interesting. How do I unregister? From the tournament? Unregister. Oh, Penta. Let's go ahead and do this. So we'll go ahead and throw out our Falconeer. We'll wait to play the Chlorophylia. He's gonna curse it out. It's pretty good because I've got one in my hand, so he gets one of them out of our hand. We do get the buff swing possibly next turn, which will be a swing for 11, and then we're playing right into an extinction, but it's a 1-for-1 extinction. Well, 2 if you count my champion ability, but I'm actually on track to play this Rootfather right now, so I'll probably just hold on to it at this point. Goes ahead and Inquisitors. That seems pretty good for him. So he's playing an Inquisitor version of this deck. Sure. That's fine. I'm just going to buff back and then swing through anyways. And I'm not going to kill his Inquisitor, and I can race his Inquisitor pretty well. If he decides to sweep out the field, that's not so bad for me. I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, all I get is like 1-2 Falcons to swing with, but I can still do an okay job racing here. And we've got Rootfather pretty soon. There's a Bolt. Let's go ahead and play a Ruby Shard here. And we'll Chlorophylia. So next turn we've got Rootfather, so we'll probably just bolt his guy right now. This turn. So that way next turn we can play our Rootfather and deal lots of damage to his face. You can't recast it, because he doesn't have the resources to recast it here. So, If he plays, the best thing that could happen here is if he plays Extinction. That would be the best play for us to have happen here. Extinction would be the best thing that could happen, and then we can get 16 damage in with Rootfather. Falconeer's kind of bad against any type of blood deck, just because they just have typically a lot of removal for it. Yep, awesome. Love the fact that he just played Extinction there. I love that. That's amazing for me. So we'll go ahead and Rootfather in here to get lots of damage through. And we also have Jadiim. We'll save Jadiim. I feel like I just need to get the damage in here. We're just going to play him. He can't play his Inquisitor again. And so he's got 2 cards in his hand he could possibly play here. One of them because I know one of them's Inquisitor, he won't be able to play the other one. So this is looking like a Rootfather win here, possibly. If not, I basically sit and wait until he Extinctions again, or kills my Rootfather, and then I play Jadiim in the following turn, because there's no reason to commit to the board state anymore. Plays Inquisitor, a different Inquisitor, okay. That's fine. He'll have to block here. And then if he has another resource, he can start replaying those Inquisitors, eventually debuffing my Rootfather. I don't think he's got another Extinction in hand, otherwise he would have used it here. I have to think that he would use another Extinction here, so we'll go to our attack step and swing in with Rootfather. Force the block. I guess I'll go ahead and throw out Jadiim. If he has Extinction, he's got it, but if not, then Jadiim should close out the game if I top deck any spell. How did he draw a card there? Oh, he drew the thing back. He drew the Inquisitor back. Alright. So he has to drop another shard to play another Inquisitor. He's got 2 Inquisitors in hand. They cost 6. He probably doesn't have the shard. If he does, I mean, he basically either top decks Extinction here to reestablish, or I mean, I'm basically going all in here. It's going to terrible transfer Jadiim. I guess that works, sort of. Yeah, that keeps him alive a turn. Yeah, it definitely saves him a turn. Might as well buff our field and just push that 6 points of damage. Making Rootfather harder to deal with. Even if he Inquisitors, it's still really difficult to deal with. So he has to top deck a shard here because he didn't last turn. He's got 2 Inquisitors in hand. I don't think he's... I'm guessing the other card he either can't play or it doesn't do enough for him here. Top deck a Murder would do it here. So Murder, Extinction, or a Shard is what he needs here. Inquisitor... Oh, he top decked another Inquisitor. Okay, I guess that works. Okay, so now he has 3 Inquisitors in hand. All of... this one's about to cost 6 after I swing in. Army of the Arcane Cinder is like the best card in this matchup because he has no answer for it. We're going to sit on this shard and just bluff with it. And just keep swinging away. would like to stop flooding here at this point. We have 10 of the shards out of our 24 in our deck. We've got 14 shards left in the deck, so hopefully we can stop flooding here. But can't complain about the board state right now. Again, he's still in the same spot he was in before, where he needs to top deck a shard here or some sort of removal. There's that shard. All right, well, he's in business now. He can play all of his Inquisitors. All of his Inquisitors are live again. Which is not the greatest for me, but I mean, I guess I have infinite blocks now. Yep, gaining some life back there. So now we're in a bad spot, because he can play lots of Inquisitor to basically counter every troop I play at this point in the game. Yeah, and I'll just top deck shards like I typically do when it really counts, and I really need to not top deck shards. Question is whether he's going to commit with more Inquisitor on the board so he can start getting damage in. With 2 Inquisitors in hand, I have to think that he will. He's going to commit another Inquisitor to the table, I think. I now have drawn 11 out of 24. There are 13 shards left in the deck. Life Siphon sets me really far behind here and sets him back up to get back in this game. If he just keeps life siphoning me, that's also a loss with the board state the way it's looking. Come on. Okay, Master Theorycrafter kind of helps here. We'll go ahead and play that guy. This is awesome because Inquisitor doesn't deal with Master Theorycrafter. Because I can just keep making his dude every turn. And dealing the 3 damage and swinging with the dude every turn. And in fact, I can buff him as well, so... Theorycrafter is a good top deck in this situation when I don't think he has removal. Again, if he Inquisitors the Theorycrafter, I don't care. Because I can just keep making dudes every turn, so... Theorycrafter might actually pull this game out for me. He's on a 3-turn clock with the Theorycrafter in play. Unless he top decks an Extinction, of course. Which is also a possibility. Inquisitions, that's amazing for me, because he's just going to get a wild shard here, so now he knows I don't have anything in hand. So I might as well play this wild shard next turn. I know he has 2 Inquisitors left in his hand. I really needed to see Burning Legion. I really need to see that. That's the best card that I can have in this matchup, and unfortunately we just haven't seen it. There's only 2 right now. There'll be 1 more after siding. Top deck a shard. I guess I should have played the wild shard there. He knows now that all I have in hand is a wild shard. So I have to play mistake there. 12. We've got half of the shards in our hand. We've played half of the shards of our deck now. There are only 12 shards left in the deck, so again, hopefully we can just top deck not shards here. And yeah, he really needed that Extinction though. That definitely saved him there. He's just gonna hold because he knows I have more troops for his Inquisitors, so that gives me some more time at least. It's gonna be a slow game, of course, when you're playing against control. Crackling Bolt. I might as well just bolt his face. I'll hold Bolt in case I need it for one of his Inquisitors or something. Or unless I have lethal in hand, I won't play it. That's usually the best way to go. Crash a Beast wouldn't be bad, but I think I really just want Burning Legion and then start drawing troops after that would be the best thing to get here. Just gonna play an Inquisitor. I'll go ahead and bolt it so he can't replay it. At least not that one. Yeah, I really want to stay away from Life Siphon range, and right now he's got me pretty close to dead with a Life Siphon. Because I know he played one, Probably has 2 in there, or 3 even. Constantina is okay, but he has Inquisitors in hand, so I might as well just sit on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on Constantina. I'm really mostly just waiting for. I'm mostly just waiting for my my Burning Legion to hit the table. That's what I really want. So I'll force him. We'll just keep the game going a little bit longer here. I need Burning Legion here really badly. But, you know, 2 cards out of 36, chances are pretty good I'm not going to see it, unfortunately. Constantina in this matchup is a lot better early. If I can turn 2 a Constantina, it's much better for me, obviously. It's going to replay that Inquisitor. I know the other one is too expensive for him to play. Yeah, the other 2 should be too expensive for him to play, so I can throw my Constantina out and then race him if he decides to swing in. If he does top deck another Shard, obviously all of his Inquisitors become live again. Okay, Crash Abyss is decent here. So we'll go ahead and just sink in on Crash Abyss and the Constantina. So hopefully he doesn't draw a Shard here. That would be pretty horrendous for me to have to deal with right now. Unless I could... If he draws a Shard, plays Xentos, and then I draw Burning Legion, it puts me in a good spot because then I can get some things dead and put some counters on it. If I could keep drawing that Crash Abyss, that would be pretty good. I mean, I played 12 Shards out of my deck, and now I've thrown 1 Crash Abyss back in, so that's always good. Can't really swing here. Yeah, he's gonna have to. Okay, Corpse Fly, I guess. Sure. Doesn't really do much at this board state because I have no cards in hand. Yep. He can chump block with the Corpse Fly and then block my Constantina and trade there. It's probably the trade goes to Constantina here, or ooh, Bolt. Yeah, let's try to... Yeah, so I'm going to bolt his dude. And we're going to push damage here. Get that guy out of the way as blocker, so no trades here. I know he doesn't have Extinction. And he doesn't have he doesn't have 8 to replay the 3 Inquisitors that are in hand right now. So he kind of has to block here. He has to block Constantina here. Or murder, I guess. I guess that works too. I wonder how long he's been holding on to that murder. Maybe he just top decked it. Had to use a lot of removal on that stuff. Oh, I should have used my champion ability, but I guess it can wait. The clock is the same anyways. Yep, there's that Shard, and now he's got Inquisitor to debuff my Constantina. Luckily, I can buff her to a point where she can indefinitely block Inquisitor. I guess. Really need Burning Legion here. That's really what we need to see. Yep, we're going to lose to a Giant Corpse Fly, apparently. That's what we're going to lose to. Giant Corpse Fly is going to come through for the win here. He's got all of his Inquisitors in his hand. I'm not playing Filtcape in this deck because it's counterproductive with my champion ability. So this game is definitely in his ballpark at this point, his little wheelhouse. Again, even if I get Burning Legion now, like, it doesn't really do enough for me. Yeah, might as well just sit on this Shard, buff my guy, swing for my 1 point of damage, which he probably won't even block. At least I have Steadfast, so I can block his Inquisitor. here, but he probably won't even block that. I don't think I would. He might as well just play another Inquisitor, and then, like, I block his guy and nothing happens, and it's over. Yeah, we really needed to see Burning Legion. We just didn't see it. Instead, we top-decked 13 shards. Oh, terrible transfer. Sure. Why not? Get further out of range and deal 5 to my face. Yeah, this matchup definitely gets better after siding, but again, I still have to draw the Burning Legion. And he got lucky on the top deck for the because I knew he didn't have Extinction. He top decked the Extinction just in time to save him. Otherwise, he would have lost there as well. Because I was ahead on that with that roof. Yeah, that's it. All right, good games. I'll go first. Okay. Game 2. That's it. So that, yeah, Master Theorycrafter is another one he extinctioned out there, but we'll play our army. I didn't see a lot of flyers. I'm not sure if he's playing the I'm not sure if he's playing Vampire King or not, so I'm not going to side that in actually, and I will side out probably a burn. Burn seems less consequential here. We're going to side out a burn and just throw the yeah. So if we get one of these in place, if we land this and then get one counter on it, this should win the game for us automatically. So hopefully that can happen for us as long as he doesn't Inquisitor it out of our hands like we had happen earlier. So we'll save the deck and we'll hope to see that when we're pushing in against them. So we lost the first match, so we get to go first here. Play first here. Wild. Yes! Oh, that was so close. The last one, Wild Shard. I was like, wild, wild, wild. Keep this hand, of course. Playing this early Crash Beast is going to be pretty good for us. Although it is going to come on turn 3, which is, I guess, not that early. But Chlorophylia, the early Chlorophylia is good. He did mull last game, so even on a mull, he took us on a mull to 6, I think. So this may not be the best. I mean, like, the thing is, like, if he draws his sweeps, as we saw in the last game, there's not a lot we can do to deal with that. I was gonna curse that out. I love the fact that he just did that. That's awesome. I am happy he did that. That's less cards late in the game that I can draw, and I have enough that I can play most everything anyways. I love the fact that he just did that. He needed to curse out this Crash Beast is what he needed to do, but for some reason he cursed out Chlorophylia? I don't think that's a good choice at all. Oh, Inquisition though. He might get Crash Beast, he might get Master Theorycrafter. He'll probably get the Crash, I would think, because that's the most aggressive card in my hand right now. He'll probably get Crash. I'm guessing Crash. I mean, I'm one away from playing this Theorycrafter here, so that's something. Should take Crash here. I'm thinking he's going to take Crash. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't take Crash here. Okay, there we go. He's looking, he's like, man, he could play that Theorycrafter. This is definitely not the deck I played earlier, where it had a lot of life gain and other random things. in it. So we will be able to play Theorycrafter next turn. So we'll go ahead and play this for Ruby. We've got the 2 wild in play, so we're good there. We need 3 Ruby so we can play Zakiir, which we haven't seen do that much. There's only 1 of him in the deck right now, so that's another issue. But this game's looking pretty good for Evil Dance right now, because like I've got 1 aggressive card, and he probably has the removal for it right now. We didn't draw our Burning Legion yet, which is what we need to draw into. We actually need to draw. I'd like to draw a Shard here and then draw a Burning Legion. All right. Well, I guess that's okay. Just gonna curse that out of our deck. There's only 1 in the deck, so I'm okay with that. That basically was a wasted card for him. Interesting choice. I'm going to actually hold on to my buff, because Theorycrafter doesn't do much more than the damage he's got there, so there's no reason to use the buff just right now. We'll just hold on to that for a while, until we have a better targets for it. The best thing we can draw against this deck is probably, what's his name? The Master Moss is probably one of the best draws here. Surge Mechanism, okay. Interesting choice. Yep, okay. Just going to try to gain some life. So we deal 6 to him every turn right now with this Master Theorycrafter in play. 6, and then I've got 6, 7, 8 damage in hand. Yeah, I'm never going to swing with this guy, so there's no reason to really do anything else with him. I actually kind of like Theorycrafter because he just kind of ticks away damage. A 6 damage a turn is nothing to sneeze at. The other cool thing is if I was able to play, does it void itself or does it die? Voided. Okay, it gets voided, so it actually doesn't die, so it doesn't actually count for whatever it's called, for Legion, Burning Legion, unfortunately. But still does the job. I still don't think this is a bad card to have in this deck by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so now we can do, let's see here. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got him. We got 14 right now. Because that's another 3, takes him down to 8, and we've got the rest. So I might as well buff here. I don't think he's got a... Go ahead and swing. We actually have enough damage in hand to just finish right now. Bolt. Bolt. Burn. Whoever, it's just how it is. Like, there's very few decks where someone doesn't want to go first. So, like, he lost, so he's going first here. Very interesting choices. Some of the things he cursed out of my deck. I don't see those as being good choices for the curse at all. Wild, wild, yes! Every time. We'll keep this hand. Okay, yeah, he's going first. We've got a lot of ways to get to wild in the deck, so we'll eventually be able to play Crash the Beast. We'll go ahead and play the Wild Shard first, just in case we draw into wild, I guess. Even though there's no Constantina, no chance. Even if I draw Constantina, there's no way I can play it with the hand I've got right now. Well, we saw how a Fistful of Removal, or basically wasn't even used as removal. It just did damage last time, so it was pretty good for us. We need a wild shard here, though, or like something else that would be good. Would be nice to see here. Howling Brave, that'll work. It would have been nicer to see you in the turn 1, but I'm not going to complain too much. I'm glad that you're here. That's what matters. That you're here now, Howling Brave. That's the thing that matters right now to me. The past is the past. The future is now. We're going to save Hawkwind for like if we have 2 flyers in play, or if he plays like a Vampire King or something, so we can draw a card off of it. It's mostly in here to draw cards and stop the Gore Feast type of deck. Push damage with our Howling Brave and play Crash the Beast second main phase. So if he's got Curse, which it seemed like he did, have main deck cursed, I'm guessing he's going to curse this Crash the Beast out, which is what he should do. Alright, so I expect this thing to get cursed out, because we've seen him play Curse, like, okay, well it didn't. Interesting. Maybe he's got Sweep here, which would be a 2-for-1 for him, which would be pretty good. But I needed to play that anyways, because I need to get it back in the deck so I can redraw it and play more Rhinos later. So, Extinction, possible here. Or maybe he'll wait a while. Or Inquisitor works too, sure. So we'll just burn his Inquisitor and push 1 point of damage now. That's fun. Actually, I'm going to bolt the Inquisitor and buff my field to push damage here. So I get more damage out. Ooh, never mind. I'll burn and push. Let's see. No, I can do... Oh, I can do it all. No, I can't do it all. Yeah, I'll just... I don't need to burn him yet. I'll burn him in his end step. We'll go ahead and just play Wrathwood here and pass the turn. Best card we can have in this situation right now is the Wrathwood, because if he sweeps, we're in a good spot to just get our Wrathwood right back. Plays another Inquisitor, sure, to debuff our Wrathwood. What happens if I burn in response? Shouldn't swing here. I wouldn't expect him to, unless he's got a resource in hand. Actually, I need to... get a resource and kill one of his Inquisitors here with the burn. Again, Burning Legion is what we really want here. If I could top deck Burning Legion right now, that would be the best thing possible that I could see have happen here. But we need to get the damage in, so we're going to end up bolting his guy. I'm going to save Jadiim for after this sweep that it's probably mounting, because I can play Jadiim and then play Hawkwind to draw a card. But let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way, buff our field, and push some damage here. So both his Inquisitors cost 6. Hopefully he doesn't have that 6th resource here to replay them both, because that would be unfortunate for me. Oh boy, here comes an Inquisitor. Yep. Inquisitor for the stall tactics. Or Extinction. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that because I can still play my Jadiim now, and hopefully he doesn't have another Extinction. So I feel pretty comfortable playing Jadiim. That's what we were waiting for anyways, except that I don't have the wild. Oh, never mind. There's a Chlorophylia. Chlorophylia, and then we can play Jadiim next turn. So we will sit on this board state, I guess. Can't really swing with the empty Mossling. Doesn't really do anything. Yep, Inquisitor to put pressure on me. That's good for me. Still looking for Burning Legion, by the way. Hopefully we can see that at some point in time in the game, and that will, I swear to you, that's going to fix everything. If I could see Burning Legion right now, that would be the best thing to see right now. No. Master Moss. I'm going to play Jadiim here, because then I can play Hawkwind or Master Moss, and Jadiim gets massive. So, see if I can get the draw here, see if this forces an Extinction. Swings with Inquisitor. I will block it. It's gonna terrible transfer. Just off the top right there. Right to Jadiim's face. Jadiim is not feeling good about that one. Doesn't swing for some reason. I'm not sure why he didn't swing there. I feel like that was an obvious attack he should have done. Burning Legion. Okay. I'm gonna throw out the Falconeer because if he'll probably kill the Falconeer, and then I can get 2 card draws off Hawkwind on the following turn. He'll probably kill Falconeer here. But I still get the card draws. Double card draw seems pretty irrelevant right now. Overplaying Master Moss. I'm trying to absorb as much removal as I can to have it Master Moss that's very, very difficult for him to deal with. Yeah, debuffs Falconeer. I'm fine with that. That's fine. I'd rather he debuff that guy than my Master Moss. Because I just wanted the Hawkwind. I just wanted to get the Hawkwind in there to draw me more cards. To try to get to that Burning Legion. Drawing another Falconeer wouldn't be bad here, though. Yeah, we'll take 3. Not within whatever it's called range yet, but we're getting there. Where he can just kill me outright. So, let's see. Show a Wild Shard. Have to play our Shards. Let's play our Hawkwind. Really need Burning Legion. We need to see Burning Legion. Nope, Crackling Bolt and a Howling Brave. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep bolting his guys. It's just less damage I have to deal with. If I have to, I can... He has to drop another thing. Also, it puts me closer to rebuffing my field, and if I can do that, I can get back in the game here. If I can rebuff my field, this Hawkwind can swing for 4, so... I can replay his Inquisitor. It's gonna debuff my Hawkwind. Yeah, Gazog. We need to see Burning Legion. That is the card we want to see at this point in the game. We really need it so badly right now. Life Siphon, that's really bad. Yeah. It looks like I'm going to be throwing Falcons in front of this guy now. Or maybe he just won't swing. It's an interesting choice, I guess. Crash Beast kind of helps. Yeah, we'll play the Crash Beast and the Master Moss. We'll go ahead and swing with our Hawkwind, I guess. See if we can force a trade here. We got chump blockers for days. I wonder if I should be playing like a just one Filcape just for this matchup when it is that I have to deal with Inquisitor. Life Siphon for the win. Good games. Well, that's a little annoying. Just didn't see what we needed to see there at all. If I had it, that would have been much different.